Welcome to the Armenia campaign for Et Impera 1.2.5. In the last part, we took the provincial capital from Magnate down here and immediately made peace with them, simply because I need to spend some time consolidating this area here. We're right on the front door with Parthia, and I don't sure if they really like us. Let's see if we can get a trade deal or something with them to see if we can cheer them up a little bit.
Welcome. Come.
Hi.
Enjoy the pleasures of my home.
Well,
and
actually, let's see if we can get a trade deal and a non-aggression. Yeah, they've accepted.
Truly, my good and
I know the
friend,
money would have been useful, but
kind
at the
words
moment I
and
want peace on this frontier here. In fact, let's just talk a little bit about strategy now. So we've now pushed down to here, and we've got a frontier with Parthia here. I'm quite happy to stay with that at the moment, and the reason I made peace with Magnate, I know we've got a potential province down here, but I want this whole area secure because I want to turn my attention to the Seleucids, because I'm a little bit worried about the strength of Pontus. You can see Pontus is expanding this way, and they've got a satrapy in the form of Colchis. So what I would like to do is get my main army back into this area, and the long-term objective will be to push through here to get the Antiochia, because that will give us a port on the Mediterranean, which will expand our influence this way a little bit. And at the moment, the Seleucids are at war with virtually everybody, so we need to get in here fairly quickly and grab some territory from them. So that's going to be the way forward. The downside is at the moment we've got a trade deal, and I suppose we've got a non-aggression.
I throw open the doors to you and bid
Eventually
you
I will cancel the non-aggression, but I don't want to do that just at the moment. I know there's going to be a cooldown period, so we're probably going to go into a period now where we're just going to be consolidating and pulling things together. I want my agent to come over this way. I think we can leave the Magnate alone. Actually, who are the Seleucids at war with? Virtually everybody. And they've got Lydia, which is here as a satrapy. And now we've made peace with these, I'd like to get this army back and bring this army down. It's a bit smaller, but it's going to take a little while to get here. How's the garrison here? Not particularly that strong, so what we're going to have to do is move this army out. That's going to make the public order positive. And this army is also damaged, so what I want to do is move this army back over here. But I don't want these guys suddenly getting opportunist, so maybe we're just going to have to sit on things for a little while. So we're probably going to burn through a lot of turns. I'm a little bit worried about Colchis up here with this army here. I mean, we've got this full stack army here, but it's not exactly a brilliant army. It's a bit over the top with missile troops. I mean, we've got a little bit of income, and maybe what we got here? We've got Armenian hillmen. I think if we get rid of one of these and then bring in, we're gonna have to come out of patrol. I mean, you've got Cav. What I would like to do really is armored pikemen. We can't armored legionaries. We can't recruit these. I think we're going to bring in some of these, and then what we're going to do is progressively replace these. In fact, I think we got the money for it, so let's just start replacing these with some. These heavy spearmen. These two are eventually going to team up and be my main assault army. I think that's all we can do this turn, so I'm just going to go for an end turn. Oops, no. Actually got construction complete. What did we complete here? Completed the spice trader in Tushpa. Wow. We're doing okay here. And we got trespassers. Batava and Parthia. I think what actually happened is that Batava had an army here and they came in and killed it. So we've got our admiral up here with no ships. That's okay. We're going to make you into in economic. I think I'll give you that. What we've got here. Weapons damage inflicted by commander's unit. Yes, we'll give him that. I mean, can you recruit anything here? Actually, kind of think of it.
Reporting, my lord.
Yeah, you get some levy spearmen, 234, 203. I think what I will do is get a supply ship in here, because if we need to transport troops, having a supply ship will be quite useful. I'm just going to go for an end turn. Okay, increase in rank, veteran. Hidden agent exposed, yes. Subject gains notoriety, thank you. Right. What we need to do is start moving you back and bring you into this area here. Just want to check the food supply here. 6, but it's positive because it's our own forces here. Okay, we got somebody who's gained nice notoriety. What have you got here? Politicians and public have both become enamored by our great young orator. He is obviously ambitious. Well, we'll let him speak. He might get a bit of public order to check the. Yeah, our loyalty's okay. Just have a check the. You're maxed out, you're maxed out. You're maxed out, you're maxed out. So they're pretty good. Of course, we got our new member of the family here. You're maxed out, you're maxed out. We could send you on a diplomatic mission. Where can we send you to? Who do we want to maybe... Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to send you to the Seleucid Empire. It's a long shot, but they might give us another province.
My lord.
You're still not gaining any troops. I'll put you in that. That's just going to keep the public order improving. What we got here? Unusual conditions, construction report. So we got the jeweler in Ganzak, which is over here. We can't do that. How's the cultural influence now? We've got 8 against 6 against 2 against 2. So we're gaining at the moment, but we will eventually level off. We got the money for it, so I mean there's a little increase in cost, but I think the improved security could be useful as well. I think we're just going to drop that in there. It's going to take all my money, but that's the way it is. What I want to do is come through here, see how far south. Well, you can see here. Where is it? I'm sure it flashed up. Yeah, I think Egypt's in control of Tyrus. So it looks like the Seleucids have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regions here. I mean, very nice if you actually gave me another one like this one here. Because at the moment, the provinces sort out like this. And this is the one that goes down this way. With Odessa. I'm not particularly too interested with this because you can see we're going to have to fight 3 separate factions for this. What I'm really interested in is this, because this whole area is owned by the Seleucids. So we could get Taros and here. So if we could take this area, that would be brilliant. I mean, it'd be great if they actually gave us the provincial capital, but I don't think the AI ever gives the provincial capitals away. They just give away the minor settlements. And, oh, we don't have any more money, so... But we're getting there. I mean, again, what I'd like to do is convert at least 2 of these into... 2 more of these in. I mean, but it's going to be the cost. I think that's about all we can do this turn. I don't think we've got any... Oh, we got a promotion, didn't we? Yeah. I want to give these campaign movement range. So that if anyone wants to give us any jip, we can get straight in. Just going to go for another end turn.
War against you is not enough, Tisiphone curse you. May all the Furies harry your folk throughout the ages.
So we've now got war with the Bosphorian Kingdom. A political intrigue. Your diplomat has been wounded and returned empty-handed. Child is born. We've got another child. Increase in rank. And we are now at war with the Bosphorian Kingdom. Let me just... So here we are now at war. Great. So let me just see what the situation is. So we're 50-50, but they're squeezed into this territory. It looks very much like Royal Scythia has come round this side here. And strange enough, they're weaker. Okay. Sometimes
we are not known as patient people. Therefore, welcome. Speak to the point.
Thank you. Idiot. AI quite often do that. They will declare war, even though just because it's a trigger event in the diplomacy. So it's always worth trying to get peace with them if you don't really want to fight the war, because my armies are out of position. I don't really want to get into a war there. I mean, I'll probably come out and conquer them later on, but not just at the moment. I'm just going to keep pushing you back this way, because this doesn't fit into my current game plan. Because if I get into war, even if I take these regions, one, this is a very big region. Two, this region would mean that I would then have to push through into there. I'm quite happy at the moment just to leave them on their own. The other interesting thing I was actually watching during the end turn is if we come over to here, you can see Rome has actually pushed out and taken Massilia. So we got potential trading partners over here, but they're actually at war with Massilia. Who's war with Massilia? Yeah. Can we get a trade? They don't like us, but
I welcome you, worthy speaker. I listen because your people
make
are
some
known
friends.
to have honor.
Okay.
I can sense that my gods smile on us and our agreement.
We got a trade deal with these. And we got a bit more cash coming in. Seeing we're over here, my agent's here, so you just push down this coastline. Can't you? So we got some new friends here. I'm trying to find Carthage actually. Yeah, we got Ars here. Let's see what the diplomatic situation is here. You're at war with the Adani, the Averni, and the Volki. You're at war with the Sessetani. These are at war with let's see who's the friendliest.
Greetings. Speak plainly and without. This is fair.
Actually, we have to get a trade deal with both. They're both so far away and very small. They've actually hate us now, so.
I am sure you have many pleasantries for me, but please don't bother. Talk of meat, not honey.
Okay. Well, we'll take the trade deals.
You bless our
And we've
meeting
actually
with these
found
terms.
Carthage now.
I will show wisdom and accept them.
Carthage is actually at war with Rome, so I don't really want to upset Rome at the moment, or Egypt. So we're not going to do any trade deals with Carthage. I don't think there's much else left down here worth looking at. So where's my agent? I think what we're going to do is we're going to send the agent over this way. And then he can go up this coast and see if there's anything over here, so we can trade with the barbarian nations. I'm just going to have to get back to our empire. Right, we've got a nice big pile of cash to spend. Have we got anything we can build? It doesn't look like it. Oh, got here. I think we're certainly going to go with that. Again, the whole idea behind this is to get the culture up. Was it Mesopotamia? The cultural influence here. We got 7 against 19 against 17. So we're going to struggle to get this up. Every little helps and strengthen this influence in this area. And we're making 2,800. So again, I think we're just, I mean, these are fairly experienced, but I think we'll just actually just get rid of 2 of them. And then we're just going to pull in 2 more of these heavy spears. And then we'll just keep the lighter spearmen as a flank defense with the heavy spearmen. And it means if Colkers start to give us any trouble, we should be able to fend them off. I'm just going to go for another intern. Nope, we've got some unassigned skills. We've got Barhan here. We've got here wealth, more provinces, empire maintenance, wealth and culture. Deal. What we got here? Growth per turn. We need growth. I think growth could be useful.
At your service.
Because if we can grow this and get an extra slot in the here, so maybe we'll just go with growth and a little bit extra public order for the moment. As I say, if we can, oops, the wrong one. Well, again, it doesn't make a difference. So if I can get some growth going in here, this will make a difference, because then I can start spending some money and get some more development going. I'm certainly going to need some more food. And I moved this army, didn't I? Yep. I'm just going to go for an intern. So we got a new political appointment. Those of the power have seen enough of this man's quality, so he must be promoted. So he must be promoted. So we've got our general here. So he's actually been promoted. Just check this. And sometimes it can be to hit. So who are you? Let's get into here. I see he's actually got a promotion at this level. And I mean, promotion is very slow at the moment. Right, we can give you a promotion. Well, you've got a promotion already. I think we'll give you the promotion. That will improve their loyalty a little bit. Or should do. Right here. Difficulty bigot. And we've got some, our family is actually growing. Can't send her on a mission because I've probably spent all my cash. No, I haven't spent all my cash. Right. We got an let's get here, we're going to have to come through here. So to push down into here, we're going to need to bring, I think what we can do is bring this army up to here. And we're going to bring this army down to here. And you can just drop into patrol. And what we need to do now is replace a unit in here. This army needs to rebuild. What do we really want in the way of troops? We've got 2 heavy archers, 2 Armenian cavalry. Armenian cataphracts. But will this make this army a little bit too cav heavy? Oh. Because one of these armies is going to need to focus as a siege army. I mean, we could bring in another one of these heavy spears to give me a strong front line. I really need the reforms. And then we got heavy armoured Armenian cavalry. This is the light cav. Maybe we need another heavy Armenian cavalry. You've got an armour of 100, you've got an armour of 120. Speed's the same. Well, it's going to be very expensive with this heavy armoured cavalry. What we got? Oh, this is the armoured archers. 8. So you've got armour of 110. And melee attack and defense of 8 and 5. Actually, these Armenian archers are actually better than these. I think we're going to get another armoured cavalry unit for this army. So this is going to be my field army, and then this will be my siege army. What I really want is a what we call it. Well, I've forgotten what it is. Oops, not that. Research. We need to unlock this and get a quartermaster so that we can get siege equipment, so we don't have to keep laying siege to settlements. So, what have we got? Money. I think for the moment I'm just going to keep moving my agent wherever you are. Where are you, agent? There you are. So, I think I'll let you head in this direction and see what you can find out here.
Pausing to contemplate death.
Well, it looks like the Lusitani are doing okay. Actually, the Lusitani should now have a port. There they are. They're at war with the Cambrian and the Aversi. And the Sessi.
I welcome you, worthy speaker.
Yep.
I listen because your people are
More
known to
cash
have
time.
honor.
Wow.
Your offer is fair.
I think that was just pure cheek, I think, to be honest. I mean, we're upsetting everyone in Iberia, but we don't really care. I mean, the AI does occasionally have the weird moment and suddenly declare war and sends an army halfway across the map. But normally by the time they get there, they're nearly dead anyway, and it's normally like half a stack or something stupid like that. We've got this here. This is building up. Let's just check over here. 2 more turns and we'll have infantry tents here so that we can maybe possibly readjust this army. But I don't want the army to be too big. What I really want is these armies operating. The question is, do I cancel? I think we can cheat with the trade agreement, so let's just come here.
For the sake of friendship that has been and friendship to come.
What we're going to do now is cancel the non-aggression with the Seleucids. What that should do is then improve our relationship with people like this. Because it says we've now got past treaties with there, so we should reduce hostility from there. Let's just check path here as well. Yeah. And you're at war. You're actually a ally of Partava. Well, Partava's actually dying. I mean, is there a chance that we could go in and snatch this? Interesting. Agent. Where are you? Get up here. Maybe if we bring the army down here, because Partava is here, and they're as good as dead. Because as far as I know, they've got no other settlements, and they're military allies with. Do I have any relations with these lot? We've got a trade deal with them.
I greet you as befits your reputation. Plain.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is bring this army down with a view to smacking into here. Although these are going to be quite powerful. Well, I think we need to get the army into this area so that we can strike against the Seleucids anyway. We'll just have a quick look here. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going to go. Right, we've got an expansion here. And what I want to do is put in here. What we're going to go for is supply pits here. One, it's going to give us some grain. It's also going to put up there, but more importantly, what it will do is give me the range when we push out here. And these are very big provinces, so the range on grain pits in this settlement will be phenomenal. I mean, we'll be able to push out. I mean, think about it. It's a bit difficult to see, but if you imagine you go out 3, so it'd be 1. I think it's 2, so we got here 2, and then this covers virtually here. So 3 could almost take us all the way to here, and going this way, you've got 1, 2. I don't know if it crosses wall up into here, and so having grain pits here will allow me supply routes into this area as and when I get round to taking it, because I probably will. I mean, sorry again for talking about strategy. The idea will be is once we've got this area here and we've got this nice and solid, it could be really nice to come out round this way and seal off these areas here, because then that will give us a attack this way should we need to come in from there. But even if we only take out this area, it will push out and make everything stronger, because the edge of the map is just up here as well. So I think that would work, because of course eventually we will come this way, because we would like to get this. So probably the way to think of it is I draw a double line there and a double line there. So I want effectively to own all this arc, because then it means that behind us will be the edge of the map, and then we can bring our forces forward to push this west against Rome. So I think that's about all we can do this turn. This army is recruiting, so we're just going to go for the end turn. So our wounded politician is back, increase in rank, general. Legend exposed, thank you. Alliance forged between Egypt and Sparta, well, that's no problem. These have been killed, whoever they are. I wonder. Tava's gone now. That means that these are now out on their own. They've got no allies as such, so they're ripe for the picking. What we're going to do is start moving you down here. Actually, you can stop in around here. My agent, let's have a quick look at what their armies are like.
Silent. Can I assist you further?
Got here Arabian tribesmen, slingers, the farmers and Arabian tribesfolk. They're not particularly that strong. Oh, these are a different proposition. They got heavy spearmen. So this must be the army that was created when they were liberated. It's the way what actually happens is that when you liberate a city, the game generates a kind of random army that's not particularly that good. It's often based on the garrison units. What's the garrison here? Arabian, so you can see it says Arabian townsfolk, Arabian spearmen, Arabian tribesmen, Arabian archers. And if we come into here, got Arabian archers, Arabian tribesmen. They got one heavy spearman in here, some hired heavy cavalry. Interesting. Yeah, you're going that way. What we'll do is bring this army into here, and then this army can move back, and we'll keep this army. I'll bring this army down and keep this army here. Then we'll bring both armies down and probably smack Hatra. Although at the moment this is actually open. What's the garrison here? 17. Very, very tempting. Why can't take that settlement when we can take that settlement with both armies? We'll have to bring this army down here. Well, that's something to consider. I don't think we can build anything in the moment. We need one more turn for the military there, 3 more turns for that, 8 more turns for that, and Syria. Agent. Yeah, the Lusitani are doing really well over here. And I don't want to recruit anything at any other troops just at the moment. I mean, we've got 3 more turns before we get the end of here. You're actually turning around quite well with this building up. Right, I think we're just going to go for another end turn. Okay, we've got unassigned skills for Tyrann, actually purified fires. This is my general future leader. Oh no, this is my army. So, okay, I think we're going to pump in some campaign movement range on this general here. Actually, I just had a sudden thought. I think we can get you complete. I think we'll have. There's not that many people that like us. I think we'll go to Parthia. You never know, they may give us this settlement here. And we can always live in hope. I'm just going to go for an end turn. Political intrigue. Your diplomats betrayed your technology research. Oh well, looks like the Lusitani have gone. Oh well, never mind. Construction complete. Infantry tents. So we've now improved the garrison here, as these have contributed Armenian cavalry, militia, and spearmen. So this has now got a full garrison of 20, which is really good. And where's this army? You can get down to here. Let me just get across the border. I want to make sure these can still carry on replenishing. You get back across the border. You come down to here. And just stand there. Look handsome. And what we're going to do is start moving you up that way. And we're going to bring this army a little bit south. And go back into patrol. In fact, you can go into patrol. So that brings this army within striking range of the Seleucids. Structure report. All we constructed is that. So have another quick look. So we can. And Mesopotamia, Syria. Nope. We're just gonna flip over. Here's my agent over here.
How may I serve you?
What we're gonna do is just have you send you over here for a quick look in this area. All these settlements are actually exposed at the moment, so maybe this has definitely got to be our target, and effectively take these from the Seleucids. We can break them up. We can take Antiochia and then this one here and hold these. That effectively will break the Seleucids up into 3 empires, because they've got one down here, they'd have one here, and we would control the heartland here. So that might be the way forward. So, yeah, because if we take that, that just leaves Taurus. So we'd control most of Syria. Syria's a very wealthy province, and that would leave them with Palmyra and Jura, a 2-region province here. And I've got the quadri down here. This is Palmyra. Yeah, and that would literally break the Seleucid Empire apart. And we've got 2 more turns, just going to go for an end turn. Break fire, thank you game. Exactly what I wanted. War declared. So Parthia and Persia are at war, that's okay. Well, they're at war, that's okay. Lusitania and the Verni and the Adriatic, yeah. We've got a population surplus right down in here. And what I'm going to do is get a temple in here because at the moment we're only 30% and rising, but we're going to need to push that if we're going to stabilize this area. Looks like Egypt's actually down here causing a bit of trouble as well. What we're going to do is move you up to here.
On the move, my lord.
So that you can
Waiting for more orders.
view and patrol.
At your
Right,
command.
you're in range. So what we're going to do is bring you down
For you, my lord.
about here.
At once.
We've got the 2 armies here ready to attack here. We've got a little navy there as well. Holder household expands. Unhappy happy. So Marder is slowly improving. And as I say, Parthia is now distracted by waging war on Persia. They'll probably win, and if they come down here then they will threaten the Seleucids that way. And we got -4 food. How come we've suddenly got -4 food? Oh great. How did that happen? Probably because these are in this territory here. Odessa. We sacrifice income. That's only +3. Samoza. That's -7. That's actually producing food. Oh, great. You're minus. You're okay. Oh, that's because you're damaged. So we're going to have to live with this because we've lost all our food from here. Due to courtesy of the Great Fire. And with 1 turn off, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1 more turn, and in preparation I want to repair this first before we do anything whatsoever, because this is stupid, and of course we're going to suffer attrition anyway because of the food, so we might have to wait another turn after that. We got research complete. Qualat, another child is born, that's okay. War declared between the Lusitania and the Volcani. Construction completed. We've now got a eastern city centre location, heart of this. We've now got this, and I want to get the grain pit going. That's going to give us 1 grain, 112 there, -6 banditry, plus 10% wealth from our army replenishment, and more importantly, we're going to get supply lines, which is what I'm going to need. And of course, we've now completed the research. We can do the upgrades. And one thing I did forget to do is move my agent. And I'm just going to do is move you through here.
As you command.
I think the Averni are at war with everybody, so they're not going to like us.
Contemplate death.
Just have a quick look. Where are you? Well, you're at war with these. We get a trade deal.
Welcome.
We're a foreign power. We don't
Come
really
on.
care. No. That we can't get trade with the Pictones. I think what we will probably do is I'm just going to send you up. I can barely see you on the map. Just keep you moving that way. Get back to the Empire. And where's my agent? I want you
At your
over
service.
here
On the move.
so we can keep an eye on
Treading softly.
what's going on in this area. In fact, I wouldn't mind you moving over to there to see if they've got an army there. And right, We've just completed Qualat, which opens up the tier level 3 settlements, and I'm not sure where that Qualat comes from. I would like to get this done, I think, but let's have a quick look else. What else have we got here? Yeah, I think we're going to go with this because I think it's time to start thinking about siege equipment for the army. And we got a little bit of cash to spend. Now we're going to have to choose. And we could take up our settlement. That's going to give me extra food. What's the first? This is 5 food. This is 6 food. This will give me 900. Give me 780. What else do I get? Give me public order plus 2 squalor. Well, we're okay for squalor. So that's going to really push up my wealth. And it's going to push up the garrison as well. I mean, this is my capital. In Tushpa. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. It's going to take all my money, but I think it's going to be worth it in the long term. Especially with that cash injection, because we need to keep the empire wealthy. Let's have a quick look. Anyone got any promotions? Nothing like that. Let's just check the movement range of my armies. I know it's winter, but I want to get these armies. No, you're not really close enough. Let's move you in a little bit closer there. Yeah, it's winter at the moment, so we haven't got the movement range. So we couldn't move anyway if we wanted to. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, it will be time to go to war against the Seleucids. Our primary target is going to be here, and then maybe coming round to here. And just to cut off that, it will depend on whether the Seleucids have got a large army here. If they've got an army here, then we'll have to go this way. And then that will secure this area here. But that's all for the next part. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.